Okay, so today I'm going to give you a tutorial and a little trick on how Haikyuu works. So Haikyuu is a game that's been in my family. I actually don't really know how long, but I've played it since I was little. Okay, so what I'm going to show you today first is how to play. So the object of this game is to get what I'm going to call these pegs over and jump each other. Like so. To get rid of one of the pegs, you just jump over and this peg is out, or jump to the side and this peg is out and jump this way. You can jump any way in any direction, just not sideways. So, the object of the game is to get one peg, and you do that like before, jumping over, and you're supposed to end up with one peg. So I'm going to give you some tricks on how to get this to happen. First, I'm going to call these quadrants. I separate into 5 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you want to make sure when you get rid of all the pegs, you don't leave some behind, because then when you're over here or in another area, you have to go out of your way and mess up your plan or your moves to get these pegs back. And that can happen anywhere. There could be a lost peg here or a lost peg there. That's why you want to start with the simplest spot. Most people start in the middle because you're connected to all the quadrants, so it's easy to just bring them all to the middle. And most people, that's their method. Take all the pegs and kind of group them, consolidate them into the middle. So once they're in the middle, it's easy to just maneuver and get only one left. I used to start in the middle, but I like experimenting with other areas. You can start anywhere. Over here, over here, over here, really anywhere. But those are some hard spots. So my sweet special spot is right here. But what I've noticed is I could also have the spot be here, here, or here. It's a symmetrical game. So, but I'm going to start with right here. My first move, and when I'll show you the method as it happens, I'll just tell you right now and I'll show you again. I bring the pegs out, but I want to make sure that I have a way to get them back. So when I bring the pegs out, there's moves that I've seen that actually occurs that, okay, I'm sorry, that sounds weird. When I move the peg out, fortunately, there's a move that I can use to get the peg back into a good area, and that's why I can consolidate them, and they're going to end up right here, and then I'm going to end up with one, I think, actually in that spot. So, this, once again, where the opening is. My first move is to bring this peg over this one, and this one will be out. I'll show you again. This peg over this one, and this one is out because it has been almost overlapped by another peg. My next move is to bring this peg down, and I'm creating almost an opening. So it's a win-win situation because what I'm doing here is I'm kind of bringing this one out, but I'm also going to retrieve it back. So now the win-win situation is that the peg that was out here is back in one, and also I kind of made it a little easier. I gave it a little opening here, and I lost a peg just to get one back. So which seems kind of like, oh, you lost a peg, now you don't have the right amount. But I'm not losing them, in bad places. I'm losing them where I have consecutive little areas that I'm getting rid of to consolidate into one area. So, second move, going to bring this out. Once again, bringing it out, but I'm going to retrieve it with these 2 pegs here. And then I'm going to do that again with this peg. Bring it over and retrieve back in. Then I'm going to bring down and kind of put this out and back down and this peg here. Then I'm going to bring this peg down, and it seems lost, but that's why I have these 2 pegs to retrieve. And now it seems like this peg is kind of out of it, but that's why I have these 2 areas that are filled. And my certain moves make it so it's all consolidated here, not different little pegs in different areas. Because then I would have to go out of my way to take my organized little consolidation here just to get these other pegs back. And then I'm kind of out of my way and it's not really going to work out. But I planned it and I have a good method. So now I'm going to take this peg, and my next moves are going to try to get this out, so I just have few pegs here and I can consolidate and make them uno, 1 peg left. Then I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to do what I did over here. I'm going to bring out, down, and retrieve. Again, out, down, retrieve. One more time, out, down, retrieve. Now I have 4 pegs over here, and they're all in one area. So I can do 2 simple moves, 3 simple moves to end up with 1 right here. Down, down, and when I bring this over, I am left with 1. You can only end up with 1 here. There's no possible way of getting 0 because you can't jump over 1 peg with 1 peg. So that's how I get 1. And what I like to remind you again is please try, you can take these little moves tricks I've given you, but I want to have everyone have their own little method and way of getting it. Like I could keep doing this over and over again, but I want to be able to have more ways so I feel accomplished, because the feeling you get when you get that one, and I got that one over and over again, and I got that feeling, you feel very accomplished, and it's a really great feeling. So that's what you want to do. You want to take some moves from other people, some little ideas, online tutorials, but then you want to try to get your own method so you can teach others, and then it keeps getting passed on. So remember, take these moves, take some moves, but don't take the entire thing together, because you want to try to get your own way, and you'll feel really accomplished afterwards.